Dream with me, will you? While I figure out my financial shit, so I can buy a motorcycle and a whole bunch of other things that I need to do financially. Um, let's dream together. The 5 bikes that I would have in my garage. Let's dream. Let's dream. Why not dream? Dream a little bit. Let's take 10 minutes right now to dream what bikes we would want to have, okay? The amount of times I go to this website, Royal Enfield Toronto, and scroll and look at the prices. So this is the bike that I would, this one right here, this coloring. Oh, actually, no, I've seen it, and I visited old vintage cranks near Guelph, I guess, Ontario, Canada, a few days ago, and sat on this one, and it actually feels way bigger than I expected, because I did my motorcycle license 2 weeks ago on a CBR 125 Honda R, CBR CB, is it CBR 125R or something like that? Yeah, it's like a sports 125 bike, 125cc, and it's very small. And this is a 350, and it just, the fuel tank is huge, it seemed. And mind you, I have not sat on a lot of motorcycles, but this felt much bigger than like what I thought it would be. And this would be my ideal, I feel like my ideal first bike, either this one or the Meteor 350. This is it. And I go here, the price, the total is, right now it's for sale, it's 8,000 grand total after tax and everything. 8 G's to have this new motorcycle. Look at it. I just love everything about it. Just that classical, what is it, like 50s, 60s, 70s look. I don't know what generation that motorcycle is from, but I just love that. Love it. If I could have just one motorcycle, I think it would be this. Just a nice, and again, I haven't ridden it yet, so, but from all the YouTube reviews I've been watching, this is what I would want to have as a first bike and something to keep forever. Second bike that I would have is this Honda CRF 300L, or there's like a rally version. And I kind of rode a similar off-road bike like this a year ago on a trail, and I like a bike that you would only take on trails. And this is a dual sport, so you can take it on the street, you can just ride it on the street, and then boom, hop onto a trail and do some trail riding. This is actually more expensive than the Royal Enfield 350, which is, I guess it's Honda, so that's what it is. But I would have this bike in my garage as well, parked right next to the Royal Enfield 350, classic 350, just for the off-road ability, like the dual sport. And there's tons of good reviews about this bike too. It's a Honda, you can't go wrong. It's a 300, and again, like a little dual sport bike to do the fun stuff on the trails. So this is the dream. See, I learn on the classic 350, on the road, and then I get experienced on the road like that. Then I get also the CRF 300, so I can get experience the off-road version of riding. And then I get this Rebel 1100 touring, so I can have those boxes and I can go and get more experience on the highway, long journeys, and I can put like a sandwich in there or some camping stuff that I can cook somewhere on a campground, like go on longer journeys that with a bigger engine that feels more comfortable on the highway, faster speeds, I guess. So this is the dream for why, like, to have this Rebel 1100, like a cruiser bike. I'm not ready for a Harley. I don't even think I want a Harley. I want something like smaller like this, and I think this is also a good bike for that. The motorcycle dream continues. This is year 4. Imagine year 4 me riding. Maybe this is you. Maybe you can completely have an identical motorcycling dream. We start with a classic 350. We get used to on the road, then we move to on the trails on the CRF, then we get used to being on the highway, longer trips, higher speeds on the Rebel 1100, and then boom, we take it on the track with the CBR 500. Nothing more than that. No 650, no 1 liters. We just take a 500 CBR, or maybe like a Kawasaki Ninja. Okay, maybe they're better. I don't know yet, but I'll experience that later. But Honda is known for reliability. I guess Kawasaki is similar, right? I'm not sure. But boom, year 4 of our motorcycle dream, we take it on the track. We're going to ride on those knees. Well, I guess we're going to drag those knees, okay? We're going to wear a full leather suit. That's what we're going to do. And this would be year 5. My most expensive bike purchase ever is going to be probably this URAL. Ural. I don't know how it's pronounced in English, but it's an Ural in Russian. Okay, it's apparently being made in Kazakhstan right now, and my dad got into a pretty bad accident on this one, but he wasn't the one riding on it. He was sitting in the back, and then my mom was, I think, in the sidecar. But you gotta have a sidecar motorcycle. Like, you're not a motorcyclist if you don't have a sidecar motorcycle. It's a very special one, especially now that it's being made in Kazakhstan. I gotta have this one. So my kids can go on it, my wife can sit there in the sidecar, and we can go on awesome adventures on this one. So does that sound like a plan? I think that's a very Capricornian plan. There's a step-by-step procedure that we're gonna go through in a motorcycling career dream. Okay? You gonna join me? You're gonna get a motorcycle? What do you have? If you have a motorcycle right now, if you are super experienced and somehow you ended up watching this video, please comment below. Tell me what I'm wrong at. Any suggestions of other motorcycles that you think are better for whatever I described there, for off-road, on-road, cruising, all of that stuff. I want to learn everything.